The night skies over eastern Visayas turned violent as Typhoon Aong, internationally named Waloy, swept ashore late Thursday, September 25th, 2025. The storm intensified rapidly, striking San Policarpo in Eastern Samar at 11:30 p.m. with maximum sustained winds of 120 kilometers per hour and gusts reaching 165 kilometers per hour. Moving swiftly west-northwest at speeds up to 30 kilometers per hour, Aong tore into coastal towns with relentless force, uprooting trees, downing power lines, and sending families scrambling for safety.
Grabe.
Wala tayong magawa dyan.
By the early hours of Friday morning, the typhoon made its second landfall in Palanas, Masbate. Though it weakened slightly to a severe tropical storm, it retained destructive winds and heavy rainfall that pounded homes and infrastructure. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration warned that the storm's large size and quick forward motion would expose vast areas of the country to damaging winds, flooding, and landslides. Multiple regions, from Bicol to southern Luzon and even northern portions of Mindanao, were placed under tropical cyclone wind signals ranging from 1 to 4. Eastern Samar, northern Samar, and parts of Masbate and Ticao Island braced for the strongest winds, while storm surges of more than 3 meters threatened coastal communities. Communities across the affected provinces wasted no time in preparing. In northern Samar, all 24 municipalities activated disaster protocols, stockpiling food packs and rescue equipment. In Albay, families fled their homes to hospitals and churches repurposed as shelters. Hundreds were evacuated in Marinduque and Masbate, while the Coast Guard suspended sea travel across dozens of ports. Cebu Pacific and other airlines offered flexible rebooking for passengers unable to travel, while local officials warned residents to remain indoors and avoid unnecessary movement.
Guys, ang lakas ng hangin.
Despite the precautions, the storm left a trail of devastation. In Masbate City, Aong roared through around 1 o'clock in the morning Friday, tearing roofs from houses, flooding neighborhoods, and plunging communities into darkness after the local electric cooperative shut down the power grid at 2:15 a.m. More than 1,200 homes sustained partial or severe damage, and entire rows of light material houses and barangays, such as Espinosa, were flattened. Rescue teams launched boats to reach stranded families, while evacuation centers quickly filled with more than 3,500 displaced residents.
after. Hindi ko alam kung paano namin ito umpisahan paglinis after ng bagyo.
Witness accounts captured the terror. The wind sounded like a freight train, said Ernesto de la Cruz of Barangay Tugbo. Our roof flew off and water started pouring in. We had to take shelter under the stairs. Relief distribution began by midday Friday as the Department of Social Welfare and Development delivered food packs, blankets, and hygiene kits. Volunteers from the Philippine Red Cross joined in, providing aid and psychological support for children and elderly evacuees.
Ay, Jesus name.
Kinakabahan ako dun sa yero na yun. Kasi baka, pero
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. ordered a coordinated national response, directing rapid deployment of relief goods, engineers, and health services to hard-hit areas. Emergency teams worked nonstop to clear roads, restore communications, and support families who lost their homes and livelihoods. The Department of Health warned of possible disease outbreaks in overcrowded shelters and deployed mobile clinics to monitor evacuees. By late Friday, Typhoon Aong was expected to emerge over the West Philippine Sea, with forecasts suggesting it could regain strength before exiting the Philippine area of responsibility by Saturday afternoon. Meteorologists cautioned that even as the eye of the storm moved away, rains and strong winds would persist, with provinces such as Palawan, Zambales, and Occidental Mindoro likely to experience dangerous conditions into the weekend. For the thousands of families in eastern Visayas and southern Luzon, however, the storm's impact will be felt long after the skies clear. From submerged farms and shattered fishing villages to schools stripped of roofs, the recovery ahead is daunting. Still, in evacuation centers and makeshift shelters, residents are already showing resilience, relying on community solidarity and national aid to rebuild once more.